Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Christina and thank you guys so much for watching. So today I'm so freaking excited, as you guys can tell, to be playing with the Kylie Valentine's Day collection. So I have everything in the collection except for two of the lip kits. The lip kit that I do have is the Forever set. This was the only one that was like in my lane. We'll get back to that later, but yeah, this is the one that I have. Then I have her palette, of course, right? And then I have the blush in the collection, which is called Crush. And then I have Ice Me Out. This is not part of the Valentine's collection, but I wanted to get like a Kylie highlight because she didn't have one for this collection and I woke up too late when this one launched. And yeah, so I figured since I'm already on the website getting this collection and I already had my eye on this specific highlight, I might as well get them together. So yeah, that's what I did. Get that free shipping, you know? So anyways, for this look, what I wanted to do was create a boo-boo friendly look, and we'll get back to that in a second. So first of all, Kylie sent out her PR packages to relevant YouTubers really early on. So a lot of their YouTube videos went up pretty early before the products were even released, before the products were like sent out to consumers and stuff like that. So I already saw a lot of them create different looks, and it seemed that all the people that I watched anyways, okay, there could be others, right? But all of them seemed to revolve their looks around these two colors, the really bright ones right here. So there's two really bright colors in this palette. It's called Candy Heart and First Date. One is a super hot pink and one is like a reddish pink. And everyone seemed, yeah, they were all different looks, but they all seemed to like base their and revolve their look around those two very vibrant colors because they stood out like the most. So like, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like, okay, since everyone did that, why don't I, when I finally get my stuff, because I'm a mere mortal, why don't I do something that's the opposite of that and do something that's actually like boo-boo friendly? Because what if you don't like to be that vibrant or crazy, or what if you don't feel like you can pull it off, or what if you don't know how to, like the technique and stuff, what if that's not your comfort zone, or what if you just want to look more, you know, neutral wearable? So I feel like this is catered more for you guys and also to your boo-boos. So what I mean by that is because after all my years of life, you know, just walking through life, talking through life, meeting people, learning, observing, I've come to the realization, I've come to the consensus, I have been taught, okay? I've been taught, I've been told, I have learned that guys do not like girls who wear makeup, a lot of makeup anyways. They really like you to wear as basically guys want you to wear only as much makeup as you need to make yourself look not scary. That's it. That's it. Like, you know, when you come out of bed and you're just like, you know, you just look crazy. Basically, they just want you to wear enough makeup for you to look like a presentable human being. But anything more than that is considered too much makeup to them, okay? Anything more than that is considered too much makeup. Then on top of that, if you wear like, you know, really extra makeup, like really like colorful and stuff like that, like Jeffree Star makeup, for example, which I love, by the way. So to them, that's crazy makeup, because like already they don't like you wearing makeup, now you're wearing crazy makeup. Do you get what I'm saying? So for them to see colors like Candy Heart and First Date, to them that's considered crazy makeup. So basically you look freaky to them. So, you know, it's a Valentine's Day. If you are going on a date with your boo-boo, you guys are doing the whole Valentine's Day, you know, everything, the full-on flowers, date, you know, fun stuff, all that jazz, then, you know, you don't want to freak him out because you want to get freaky later, but he's freaked out by you, and then he's gonna imagine you scaring the crap out of him while you guys are getting with it, you know what I'm saying? So we want to make him happy, we want to make you happy. You want to be in your feels, being all Valentine's-y, you want to be cute, you want to have like pink vibes, but you don't want to freak him out. Okay, this is like a win-win look is what I'm trying to say. This is like a win-win look. You still get to use pinks, you still get to use like, you know, all that stuff. You still have like a Valentine's Day vibe, but I feel like it's very toned down, it's very neutral, it's very wearable. I feel like you could wear this just like even every day. Like I would wear this every day. I feel like this is a very everyday look. It's not crazy, it's not too much, it's not like vibrant, it's not crazy, it's nothing. I feel like it's very boo-boo friendly. So I feel like he will not get freaked out and you guys will have fun that night. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's what I decided to do. So, and by the way, the reason why I do not have, however, I did use First Date. I did use First Date because if you look at my eyes, something is missing, because I thought I was done, right? I thought I was done. I was like, you know what? Something is missing. I must add something. What can I do? So I decided to grab a little brush and grab First Date. And when you have a little brush, it's gonna really pack on the color and make it look really vibrant and super vibrant, right? So I just picked up a tiny hint. Look at the difference. Do you see it? It's very subtle, yet very noticeable. So I just picked up a little bit of product on my brush because it's a very tiny brush. I don't want it to be packed on. I just blended it out, diffused it, and then I kept building it slowly until I got the color payoff that I wanted. I didn't want it to go ham in with it because it'd be like super vibrant and crazy. So I just slowly blended and build it, and it's just beautiful. I love how it's a nice diffuse blended wash of color, okay? So it's not crazy. So it just really pulls everything in, and it's just, I love it. I love how it just like really added to the look. And then Kylie does not have a brow bone color in the palette, so I just grabbed the Sultry palette and just used Fresh from that. And then you're also gonna see me in a little bit use the Chill Baby palette, which is Kylie's winter collection palette. And the reason why I decided to use that was because, one, I wanted to keep it Kylie, and two, because if you guys have not seen this palette, if you don't own it, whatever's, it has a lot of the colors have the same type of vibes to this palette. There's like a lot of the browns have like pink undertones, there's a lot of mauves, there's a lot of like pinky shades in the palette, so I felt like it would complement it very well. And the reason why I used this palette is because you're going to see in a very second, I mixed two colors, Make Magic and Wrap It Up. It's because after putting on my primer and stuff like that, I was just like, wait, there's still something missing though. My eyes look too small. So I'm Asian, right? I have tiny eyes. So my transition is where I usually try and define my basically non-existent socket. So I'm trying to deepen it and give the illusion of bigger eyes and having a deep eye socket. And to do that, I really need to get that area that I'm doing right now. And since the transition shade was too light, it just, my eyes looked small, so I needed like a darker color, which there wasn't in the palette. So that's why I grabbed this palette. And do you see the difference? That eye clearly looks much bigger than that eye, so that's why I did that. I'm happy I did. The look came together and I absolutely love it. So yeah, so anyways, back to the lip kit. So the reason why I only have the Forever set is just because this is the only one that I felt like complements my skin tone and complements like the looks that I usually do and stuff like that. And the other colors, the red is for sure always a no. I never ever ever will wear red in my entire life. I cannot pull it off for the life of me. I will give up. It's done. I had a traumatic event with red. I will tell you guys sometime, maybe in another video, but very traumatic, right? So no reds for me. So that's one lip kit down. The second lip kit, like I said, pair of packages were sent out early, so I was able to see that color on a variety of skin tones from very light to very deep. And I saw that on everyone, no matter what their skin tone was, it looked very hot pink, and I was like, oh no, I cannot pull up hot pink. Also, another traumatic story that I shall share some other time. So I was like, okay, that's another lip kit down. Saw this one, and this was a lip kit that everyone was like, oh, this is the one that's my favorite. So, and it looked very neutral on them, and I'm surprised how it looked on me. Like in the end, like I thought it was just gonna look okay on me, but honestly, this is literally my favorite lip color that I own. Like I've never had to, this is like the first time I didn't have to mix, because you guys don't see it. I don't think I've ever done it in any of my YouTube videos, but because I'm usually trying something new and I want to show you guys like how it looks for your reference. But usually when I'm wearing lipstick, there's always something wrong. It's either too brown, too pink, too light, too, you know, whatever. It's always too something. So I always have to balance it out with another color. So I'm constantly mixing colors. This is the only one where I wore it where I was just like, what? The lip liner matches it perfectly, complements it perfectly. So does the lip gloss. The color of the lip itself like totally matches everything. Like my eyes, my blush. Usually that's my issue too, like making my lips tie in with my blush and my eyes. And it was just like a perfect color. I didn't have to mix it with anything because it wasn't too anything. It wasn't too pink, it wasn't too this, it wasn't too that. It was like the perfect color, and I absolutely love it, and it's just amazing. So that was just super amazing to me. And then the blush, honestly, when I saw this collection, I just glanced at it. Like when the reveal dropped, I was just like, you know, like I already know I'm gonna get it. Like I didn't pay too much attention to it. What I paid attention a lot to is Kylie always comes out with really freaking amazing, mesmerizing, jaw-dropping campaign ads. Like she always looks so amazing in her shoots, and that's what makes me want to buy the products, you know? So I already knew I was gonna get it, so I didn't like look too hard at it, right? So when I got the blush, I mean, when I glanced at the blush, I was just, it just looks like a very light blush. Like it looks like a light I love peach blushes, but it looked like a really light peach blush that I already had, and it just looked like nothing special. I was like, I don't really want to get it, but then, you know, I'm trying to be a professional YouTuber, so I want to get like most of the collection, especially since I didn't get 2 of the, you know, 3 lip kits, you know? So I was like, okay, I'll just get the blush. It can't be that bad. If anything, I'll just mix it with, you know, other blushes, right? Oh my god, I'm so glad I got this blush. Let me tell you, like, for some reason on the website and like on her snaps and everything like that, the blush looks so much lighter than it is like in person. Like, I don't know if my camera's gonna make it look any different. I don't know if it's like their camera, my camera, cameras in general, or whatever, like a person versus camera thing. But in person, as soon as I unboxed it, I was like, oh my god, this has been a color I've been looking for forever. It's a peach that's not so, because most peach blushes are really light. You rarely find one that's like a dark peach, and usually when it's a dark peach, it's like it'll turn red. Do you know what I mean? Like anything that's peach, like even foundations and stuff, anything that's too peach, like too dark of a peach, it turns red. This is like a perfect cool toned. Okay, I love cool toned anything. I don't like warm tone. It's a cool tone, like peach that's not too dark, not too light, and it's a beautiful color, and I'm so freaking glad I got it. So freaking glad. I absolutely love it. I thought that her last blush from her winter collection was my favorite, but this is my favorite blush. Like, she's really killing it. Like, I love it. I totally bet you next year she's gonna be on the cover of Forbes again being like, "Bisses, I did it. I'm a billionaire. I'm not an almost billionaire. I'm a freaking billionaire now." Boom. I bet you that's what's gonna happen next year. I bet you anything. She'll be on the cover of Forbes. But anyways, so with all of that said, story time. Okay, I feel like this is perfect for this video for Valentine's because, you know, catfish, right? So I have a catfishing story for you guys. So yesterday I went over to my mom's house, right? And my mom's like, gong. And in case you guys are not Vietnamese, gong just means like child. Like, it's a term of endearment that you call all your children this word, right? So she's like, gong, look. So she shows me this guy on Facebook, right? He like added her, he DM'd her, he liked all her pictures and stuff like that. And he's like someone that's my age, right? And in his profile picture, he's like wearing an army outfit, like a couple of his pictures like army related. So we're thinking he's in army, right? So he's been like DMing her, talking, Facebook messaging her, whatever it's called. I don't use Facebook, okay? I don't know. Like, he's been Facebook messaging her. We're just gonna call it DMing, okay? Just to make my life easier. So he's been DMing her like constantly trying to start conversations with her at random times of the day, but very consistent. So he's like consistently throughout the day trying to, you know, talk to her. And he, you know, also said that he's like Americanized. He's born here, he's very Americanized, but then he can also type in Viet. And then see, the thing you guys don't know, okay, Viet kids, I can't speak for any other culture, you know, because I'm not that culture, or any race, I mean, but personally, Viet kids who are Americanized, we usually cannot read or write Vietnamese because it's just really hard to learn the Vietnamese like written language, okay? Because like, first of all, you have to learn the words, and then on top of that, correct me if I'm wrong, but Vietnamese has like it has like the most accents in any other language, or one of the most, okay? Like, you think French has accents? You think like this language has accents? No, we have a lot of accents. There's like there's some triangle ones, there's this, there's squigglies, there's this, there's so many. And okay, so the way it works is like, just think of one word, right? One word, you put this accent on it, it'll mean a different word. You put this accent on it, it'll mean a different word. You put this accent in a different direction, it'll mean a different word. So it's just really hard to learn the language. And then especially if you know English, it messes you up because like you know how like certain words are PH, it's pronounced like f, you know what I mean? Like, so their silent letters are different from ours, and it's just very complicated to get into your head when you're like Americanized, you know? So it's just very hard to learn. But this kid said he was Americanized. So usually kids who can read or write Vietnamese, it's like Vietlish. Like, the grammar will be off, there's not going to be any accents, and you just kind of have to read it and just be like, read it twice and you're like, oh, okay, I get the context of what you're saying. Oh, okay. That's usually how it works, right? But no, this dude knew the whole language. Like, he said perfect grammar, all the accents and everything, and that's just really weird. And then if you look at his Facebook, like, there's not that many pictures of him, and then the pictures that there are of him, like, not are of him, the pictures that he does have, like, seem like they're pictures that are pulled off the internet. Like, you can totally tell when something's like pulled off the internet as opposed to like something that you like actually took, right? So it was just so weird. And then there's no interaction on his Facebook. Like, there's no friends commenting on anything saying, hey bro, how's camp, how's training, when are you coming back? Like, none of that stuff. You know, I have friends in the army, and that's how their social media looks like. It's always like, hey bro, when are you coming back? I miss you. Like, how's training? Blah blah. Or, you look so badass doing those push-ups. And usually there's always pictures of them like showing off their like new physical skills, like them being like Spider-Man climbing on walls, lifting this or shooting that or something like that, right? But nothing. Like, this guy didn't have any of that. So it's just really strange. And so what I think is that he was trying to catfish her because, you know, he probably saw this old lady that looks like she's ballin', and he wanted to take her for all her money and thinks that she's easy and stuff, because I really think that's what was happening. And then the reason, and she's not rich, we're not rich, okay, but the reason why I say that she's a rich lady or looks like a rich lady is because of my brother, okay? My brother is freaking hilarious. He literally should work for Kim Kardashian. I swear to you, if she met him, she would hire him in a second, okay? Move over Stephanie. Well, Stephanie's already gone, but move over Stephanie. You know, he'd be perfect. Like, for example, when we went to the Grove for Christmas, my brother wanted to take, you know, pictures for memories. He's really all up into that. He's exactly like him. He loves always taking pictures all the time for a memory's sake and stuff like that, right? So he'll have one iPhone in one hand, another iPhone with the flashlight on, and getting the perfect light. And he's like, oh, move over here. The light's over here. Oh, walk towards me. Walk away from me. Turn this way. Turn that way. Put your hand over here. Do this. Like, Kim would be so freaking proud to have him on her team, I swear to you. And he has no shame. He gives zero fucks, okay? Zero, okay? He doesn't care if someone's behind him and he backs up into them. He doesn't care if you want to get a shot, but we're in the area where you want that picturesque scene. No, he's like, nah, my sister's getting this shot, you wait your turn, okay? He's like, no shame in his game, okay? If I had an Instagram, I would totally post those pictures for you guys. If I was trying to be an Instagrammer, I would totally ask my brother for help all the time, because he's just like, no shame, and he's just really like, he's in it, and the pictures turned out amazing. But the point of the story is, he does that to my mom all the time. Like, they always go to like picturesque places, they always dress up and take pictures and stuff like that. So it makes it look like my mom lives a very social, lavish lifestyle, you know? So I can see why a catfisher would think that she's wealthy when she's not. It's just, you know, she hangs out with my brother, they dress up, they go to fun places, and he's just like an amazing like photographer, okay? He really gets crazy with it. He's like, no, smile more like this, like turn to me, do this, you know, and then he photoshops the hell out of like her and me. I don't know why he photoshops me. He makes me look so freaking weird, and it makes me offended that he thinks I need that much Photoshop. But anyways, so yeah, I think that's what he thought, right? So then his last message to my mom was like, oh, can we start talking in English now? So my mom was like, hey, can you talk to him in English and be like, you know, ask him all the questions that he was dodging before, like ask him like, how old is he, where's he from, what's he do, stuff like that. So I was like, oh, okay. So then I'm like, I'm gonna get you, catfisher. So in perfect English and perfect grammar and stuff like that, because, you know, my mom told him previously that she can't, you know, speak English, she can't type it and stuff like that. So in perfect English, all of a sudden, this you know, Vietnamese lady is all of a sudden like, hey, I'm just curious, like, how old are you? Where are you from? What do you do? Tell me about you, stuff like that. And then no response ever since. Remember, he was on her ass before and now nothing. So boom, I knew he was a catfisher. Knew it. He's probably like, oh shit, Biz, she caught me. She got someone to like come and investigate me. I'm caught. I got to go. I'm caught.